No one knows her real name anymore. The church records were destroyed decades ago, and the convent where she once lived now stands abandoned at the edge of a forgotten forest. The only thing that remains is a warning whispered by locals. If you hear a nun praying after midnight, do not answer. According to legend, over 300 years ago, a young nun served in the convent. She was known for her kindness and devotion. But one winter, several children from a nearby village disappeared. Fear spread quickly, and desperate villagers searched for someone to blame. They accused the nun of witchcraft. Despite having no evidence, they dragged her from the convent and tortured her for days. They demanded she confess to serving the devil. She never did. Enraged, her captors committed an unspeakable act. They stripped the skin from her body while she was still alive. As she died, the nun looked at her executioners and whispered, "As you have taken my flesh, I shall take yours." That night, every person involved in her death vanished. The convent was abandoned shortly afterward. Years later, strange reports began to emerge. Travelers claimed they heard soft prayers echoing from the empty building. Some followed the voice, believing someone was trapped inside. None of them returned. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1987. A group of teenagers broke into the ruined convent on a dare. They carried flashlights and cameras, hoping to capture evidence of the haunting. At first, everything seemed normal. Then they heard singing. A woman's voice drifted through the darkness, calmly reciting a prayer. The teenagers followed the sound to the convent chapel. There, kneeling before the altar, was a nun. Her back faced them. One boy laughed and stepped closer. "Hey, lady, the church is closed." The singing stopped. Slowly, the nun stood. The room became ice cold. Then she turned around. The teenagers later described a sight so horrifying that two of them refused to speak about it for the rest of their lives. The nun had no skin. Her face was a mass of exposed muscle and teeth. Blood dripped from her fingertips. Empty eye sockets stared into the darkness. Then she smiled. Witnesses claimed her lips shouldn't have been able to move, yet they heard her clearly. "Will you give me yours?" The chapel lights exploded. The survivors ran, but one of them never made it out. Search teams found him 3 days later deep in the forest. His body showed no wounds, except for one horrifying detail. His skin was gone, every inch of it. To this day, locals refuse to approach the convent after dark. They say the skinless nun still wanders its halls, praying for forgiveness she will never receive. And if you hear her voice calling from the darkness, do not follow. And whatever happens, never let her touch your face, because she is still searching for a new face to wear.